Welcome to Bash at the Beach.
Welcome to Book It a Wrestling podcast for the fans, by the fans, where we book, rebook, and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your Commissioner Lil X Fudge, and today we're here with your GMs, Damone D Money Allen,
Jello.
the bad guy Kenny.
Oh yeah!
His oh yeah is back to full speed. His NCAA sickness has been cured, and the 15th return of Hi-Fi Mike.
Hello, ladies.
Oh no, not him.
I tried to go here. All right, here's what happened. I tried to go at not problematic. It started with Hogan, and then went down and somehow ended up on Val Venus.
You
And I was like, this doesn't work.
worse than
This doesn't
Hogan.
work. But I went with it anyways because that's when you called on me.
You
Wow.
attacked my president, brother. You know what that means, brother.
Right. I didn't know what to do. I had an issue, and I didn't want to just say my normal intro.
More like
If you
Val
told me to
Venus,
think
am I
of a
right,
wrestler
gamers?
worse than Hogan, it would be Val Venus. Like,
Well,
it's
Yeah,
pretty
they're all
up
pretty
there.
awful.
He's
They're all
pretty
pretty
awful.
awful. It's
Yeah.
just I went with with intros mottos that I just came to my head. Unfortunately,
Mike's mind goes in dirty places.
Val Venus and Hogan have been in the news way too much.
Yeah, far too much. If you didn't see the newest trolling on Val Venus, I suggest you go take a look on the internet.
Now, a
some-
good wholesome
Oh,
guy
and-
like Ric Flair is who you need to model yourself after.
You know what it was I just watched SummerSlam 1998, which was an awful SummerSlam, but I think he opened it up.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about
Or he
right
was
for
like the
1998.
first or second match, and so Val Venus was very recent in my brain.
Yeah. Well, speaking of SummerSlam, we are approaching the eve of SummerSlam 2024. And what better way to celebrate it than to take a week off from the book at verse, to relax, to enjoy the summer air, enjoy the vibes, a nice summer night, and to let the Book It crew book the ultimate SummerSlam, the greatest SummerSlam ever. And we've never done anything like this before. So I'm going to tell you how it's going to work. 1995 may have been the worst SummerSlam, but this
What was the
SummerSlam
95
we're
card?
booking, it's going to be the greatest SummerSlam that anybody could ever imagine, because we have found and compiled lists of our favorite SummerSlam matches. And we, of all time, of any WWE SummerSlam event that has ever taken place. And we are going to create a realistic card. And what I mean by realistic is you can't have fucking, in my case, I can't have Dolph Ziggler in 4 matches. Like, we got some GM mode, SmackDown versus Raw 2006 rules. You use a talent twice, they get a brain hemorrhage or something. You can't hurt your talent. So you use a wrestler, they're off the board. So we've all taken the time to pick some of our favorite matches, and we're going to work together, and we're going to create a full card for you guys. And in the comments, let us know what you think, if we're missing something or we're making a glaring omission. And right off the bat, the comments got us with a banger that we consider adding with Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio from 2002. And I just wanted to have that video package with Kurt Angle saying, "I'm a man and you're a boy, and I'm a man who loves to play with boys."
Now I got one last question.
Yes.
Yep.
So, can we? I know some of them. Let's say you got a match. It's like, oh, we got 2 fire matches, but both for the Intercontinental Championship. Can we use both of those, or do we have to just
Nope.
choose one?
Choose one.
Ooh,
Okay.
so we
Well, I
can't
just
even
wanna
use
make
a
sure.
belt twice. Ooh,
Nope.
Yeah,
that
but
makes
okay.
it harder.
We're building a realistic card.
No, that's fine. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
I didn't
I mean,
like-
I am
I didn't
ready.
write down belts for all these matches, so I might be a little cooked on this.
I got you. I wrote a couple down.
I'm
Okay.
ready to build the best WCW Road Wild card. I don't know about you guys, but I'm psyched.
We
This is gonna
get
be a great
hog
episode.
wild, you mean?
Road Wild, Hog Wild, whatever you want to call it, depends on if Harley Davidson's gonna sue us that week.
TNA Road
Rules.
Road
Road
rules.
rules
Yeah, I was
challenge.
gonna say like wild
Road
road or some shit, but I stuttered. Like
I feel like there was a
okay.
road rule.
That's how
pay-per-view.
TNA comes
Road
up with
Rules
fucking show
challenge.
names. It's fine.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing some research, and Jeff Hardy is in like 6 of these crazy matches. Like,
Oh,
6.
he's
Well-
cooking.
SummerSlam is his pay-per-view. If we're being real,
All right, so I just want to I just want to talk about this 1995 card. All right,
Okay, before we
we're
start,
gonna see if this is. I want to see if you guys think it's worse than 98. So I'll also do 98.
I
in a
think
second.
95 will for sure be worse than 98.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and it
Hakushi and
definitely
1, 2,
is.
3 Kid in a singles match.
That one could be
I-
okay.
Hunter
I
Hearst,
don't-
Helmsley, and Bob Holly, and this
I
would
had
have
to
been
look up who she is.
this would have been Bob Holly, like racer Bob Holly.
Yeah, they're both like undeveloped
and
even at their
100
peaks,
the
that wouldn't be a good match.
the Smoking Guns, which is Billy and Bart versus the Blues Brothers.
Ass.
I don't even know who that is. The Blue
I
Brothers.
don't either.
Jacob
know
and Eli?
either.
Barry Horowitz versus versus Skip with Sonny.
Chris Candido is Skip.
Bertha Faye versus Alundra Blaze. The Undertaker versus Karma with Ted DiBiase. Kama.
Not-
I'm sorry.
Comp.
It's that font. Whatever
Did he,
it is.
did he beat exclamation
Um,
point right afterwards?
No, it's Kama
That
with a
was
K.
corny.
Comma.
Yeah, it was
that
awfully
was
corny.
corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He,
Match with period
he beat
goes
the
crazy.
goal. He beat the Godfather like 84
Wait.
times.
The Blues Brothers are real life.
The
The
Blue
Blue Brothers,
Brothers.
excuse me, are real life Nazis. Is
Well,
that
I
like
did not know that.
is
Honestly, I
that
don't
that
even know who
Finnish
they
guy
are.
either.
who worked there?
I didn't even know who they were. Bret Hart versus Isaac Yankem.
Oh, they're Skull
Damn
and
dentist.
8-Ball. They became part of
Oh yeah,
the
they are.
Disciples of Apocalypse.
Fuck them. They were awful.
Yeah, so
Shawn
they appeared on a TNA pay-per-view wearing the Nazi SS system or symbol,
That's crazy.
and they also have SS tattoos.
I mean, they are just skinheads. Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels versus Razor Ramon, which
That
would have
could
been a
be
fire
that's a
match. That
banger.
was a ladder match.
yeah,
That
that's
is
a
that
banger.
is one of the
That,
greatest
the
that
matches.
ladder
match,
match.
yeah, that match was on every list I saw.
That's going in. That's our IC
That match
match,
is
right?
fire.
Diesel and
Reconsider that. There's still a
the
lot of
main
good IC
event.
title matches. There's better.
The main event was Diesel versus King Mabel.
Ugh,
That was the main event.
that's
and
ass.
Diesel won with a flying clothesline.
And all right, so let's see.
But yeah, that
SummerSlam
ladder match, I need to
1998.
watch that one because I don't remember.
I'll be honest.
that one.
That's one of-
There's better than that ladder match for the IC title. Like I have like 3 on my list, like that involve like Jericho, Mysterio, Crispin, RVD, that are better picks than.
But you also got to remember, this is the first one we got. So like for its time, that was crazy, and it's still a good match.
Oh,
When you go
yeah.
back and
Oh,
watch
that-
it, it's
that's a
fire
good
match.
ladder
It's a good match, and like it is one of the most important in wrestling history. But I think when you're comparing it to all SummerSlam,
Well, it's
IC
the
title
second
matches,
ladder match.
it's not going to be the best.
What was the first one?
The one at Mania. This is the second one.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So looking at the 1998 card, it looks better on paper, but I watched it recently and it was awful.
Which match? Which match was off on?
All right, so Brian, it says too much, but Brian Christopher and Scott.
This is basically
Scott
early Too Cool.
Taylor-
It's too cool
So
before
this,
they
yeah,
switched their
so
name.
It was too cool, but so these first three matches are actually on probably Heat. So it would have been technically the pre-show. So
They were on Heat.
versus Dustin Runnels, Disciples of Apocalypse, so 8-Ball and Skull with Paul Ellering versus Bradshaw and Vader. So the actual pay-per-view, D'Lo Brown, Vel Venus. That was the opener. Then it was the Oddities versus Kai and Tai. That was an
Okay.
awful match. Let
Really?
me tell you. X-Pac
I
versus
fucked with, even though looking back, it's very racist. I fucked with Kai and Tai as a kid.
yeah, Kai and Tai were good, and it sucks what Vince McMahon had them doing.
for real.
X-Pac versus Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, X-Pac.
versus
I'm sorry,
hair.
X-Pac with Howard Finkel. They shaved. This is where they shaved Jeff Jarrett's hair afterwards. Edge and Sable versus Mark Marrow and Jacqueline. Actually, I remember that match.
That's a nasty combination.
I don't even remember watching it. I must not have been paying attention. Ken Shamrock versus Owen Hart in the that's the Lions Den match.
Ugh.
New Age
I thought he
Outlaws.
faced Steve Blackman in the Lions Den.
That was a different Lions
different
Den.
one.
Oh.
Yeah. So, New Age Outlaws versus Mankind. There's a 2-on-1 handicap. It was Triple H versus The Rock.
That's another ladder match
This was
for the IC
title, which
and that's
actually
another one
was
that's
not
on the.
That was a good match.
I was gonna say that's another one that I kept seeing on list is like one of the best matches.
And then this match I felt like could have been way better than it was. It was the main event: Stone Cold versus The Undertaker.
I feel like the issue with that match is a lot of the matches that happen in the Attitude Era end up with like too many shenanigans and overbooked.
It was awful.
Yeah. Plus, it's Ministry of Darkness Undertaker, so they got some gabagool going on. Like, they would always have some like supernatural stuff.
It
happening.
wasn't. I don't know if it was full Ministry Taker yet.
Oh, was he not fully in that form?
No. I don't think so. I don't because yeah. I mean, no, the timing doesn't add up.
Okay.
I'll have to look.
My
I think
bad.
that was 99, wasn't it?
Majority of it was in 99, but I thought it started in 98.
I mean, don't trust me. I have an awful memory.
I'm not much better. But for all you Ministry of Darkness fans or Undertaker fans, correct me because I'm probably wrong.
All right, yeah, it was 99 is Ministry of Darkness.
Okay.
It says 99. It was debut 98, but it says mostly 1999.
Okay, so it was like late 98.
Yeah, it had to have
Let's
been.
get the booking.
October 98.
Okay. I have a first match idea that's good for me for the tag titles. It's going to be a pretty obvious pick, but
TLC.
I want to get TLC 1 on
I was
there.
gonna say that's on my
I
list.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That's gotta be-
If I had to pick
Yeah.
a most
Yeah, I mean,
important
that
match,
makes sense.
I think
gonna
that
say
should be
crazy.
I think that should be the coat. Wait a minute.
I might do it as the
Open.
opener. Just open with that.
Yeah, open
Just
on the
open
real
with the
You gotta
banger.
open hot. Open hot.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The
and
banger.
I'm gonna say something crazy, and y'all and the comments, and y'all can roast me for this, but this is one it may be the most important match of all time in my opinion. I just am so glad we got the TLC 6, the TLC match, the Hardy Boys, the Edge and Christian, the Dudleys. I love this shit.
Can I guess?
This is what
I
live.
don't know if I'm gonna say it's the most important.
it's
It's
match.
not
not
the
because
most important, but
I've-
it is very important. It is very
I
important.
would
is
say
not-
it's top 10 important. I don't know about the most important.
And the most important match at SummerSlam is clearly Val Venus versus D'Lo Brown. Like,
Oh fuck, you're right.
duh.
Which, even though, let's be honest, Val Venus is a piece of shit. In ring, he
Fuck
wasn't
Val
bad.
The only thing that sucks
For the
is
time.
I wanted to do Undertaker versus Edge in the Hell in a Cell match, but he's
Oh,
already
that was-
in this TLC
That was
match,
on my list
Right.
too.
so we got to take him off.
And like Jeff Hardy loses like 5 matches. I have him in a bunch as well because his match with CM Punk in 09 was so good. His match with RVD in 01 was so good. I have him. I think I have him in one more. RVD. No, just those 3. Okay. So I had
But you know
Jeff
what
Hardy.
we could do though? We could do Undertaker versus Mankind in a boiler room brawl.
Was that match good?
I thought it was.
Mm,
I was say I thought it was pretty.
I'll hold
think
off
it's
on that.
okay.
Let's not force Undertaker into that match. Like,
What other matches does he have at
Stone
SummerSlam?
Cold. Stone Cold.
okay,
That was,
No,
that was at SummerSlam.
I think he has Brock.
Yeah, we don't want-
think
we
that
don't want
we
that.
need to figure out what we're gonna do with the IC title because there's so many bangers for that I have in mind, and I kind of want to go through like
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
say
just
let's
gonna tell you
let's
which ones
say them
I
real quick.
have
Let's-
for the
let's
IC
jot 'em down.
title and tell me if y'all agree. I have Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler in 2018. I have Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler 2009. I have
I want to say Ray for a different match.
okay. And then I had Edge versus Lance Storm in 2001, RVD versus Crispin in 2002. And then I have Jericho versus Crispin 2 out of 3 falls in 2000.
You still got Brett versus Owen.
I'm
I
taking
don't think that was
Crispin and
for
Jericho over them.
I mean,
any day.
not Brett. Oh, I'm going to say Brett versus British Bulldog. I'm tripping.
Was that for the IC title?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
going Brett
Sean
versus
agrees with Ray
Bulldog.
versus Ziggler, but
I'm going Brett versus Bulldog. I think
Ugh.
that match. I know you don't like Brett, but that match is fire, and it's literally every single I looked at 10 different sites. It was never below third on any site.
So
it was always in the top 3.
That Brett and blown up Bulldog is better than Jericho versus Crispin 2 out of 3 falls.
No,
and he wasn't really blown up in that match. This is pre-cracked out Bulldog.
Because Jericho and Crispin had some magical chemistry in that 2 out of 3 falls match.
They did. But that match isn't one of the GOATs.
And then I
got RVD versus Crispin in 02 as well.
I feel like we should also. I feel like this should be higher up on the list. The unsanctioned match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
That's on my list as well.
Yeah, that's definitely getting in.
Yeah. I just want to sell the IC title thing, so that's going to be nagging at us this whole card if we don't solve that.
Yeah, we got to figure out the IC title.
I think that's it. We got it. Don't have the majority votes. Bret Hart.
I hate that outcome, but I'll live with it, I guess.
I didn't vote for. I'm not voting for Brett and fucking Bulldog.
Oh, I'm standing with Mike then.
I'm not voting for Brett and Bulldog.
So what are you voting for?
Split down the middle.
What are you voting for,
Mike? What could we agree on?
For the IC title?
Yeah.
I think it should be Shawn versus Razor.
Oof.
But Shawn's going.
I'll take that over Brett and Bulldog.
Shawn's going in the unsanctioned match.
Yeah, Shawn Triple H is in the unsanctioned.
Okay, then Triple H Rock.
Mike,
Triple H is in the unsanctioned.
He's in a sanctioned match.
Mike, hear me out. If we go Ray versus Ziggler, we have the tiebreaker with Shawn in the comments.
But I got Ray versus Eddie Guerrero for the custody of Dominic Mysterio.
I'm going Ray Ziggler.
We got Ray Ziggler for the IC title. Let's go, baby.
You're gonna go Ray Ziggler versus
absolutely.
The tiebreaker.
I don't want Bret Hart touching this goddamn pay-per-view.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why?
Within the top 100.
Literally, Bret is if you look at it,
Travis,
Bret
for you, baby.
has 4 matches on this.
That's
for
crazy.
You,
you can make an argument Bret is Mr. SummerSlam.
All right, well, if he does, he can pre-show because.
Okay,
crazy.
then Bret versus Owen.
Crazy work.
Hey,
Bret versus Owen.
I could see Bret versus Owen.
Bret Hart.
I'll be fine with Bret Owen. That'd be a good one.
Is that for the IC title?
No, it's just a regular.
No, that's for the world title.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is for the world.
Then no,
it's for
then
the WW. Hold on, it's for the WWF championship.
No, same thing.
Nah, we can't do that. I'm saying no, don't do that. I'd rather him go up against Bulldog. It's a good match. It's a great match.
Good match.
Y'all just ain't none of them Dolph Ziggler.
I am a hater.
That's crazy.
You know what, Damone? You know what? You did this to me.
Anything in there?
How did I do this?
You and Travis did this to me. Once
upon
a time, I liked
Brett on
Brett.
the card now than me try to force him the rest of the show.
I think okay. So I'm seeing John Cena in the comments. I think we should do John Cena versus AJ Styles.
But that's for the world title too.
That's for the world title. I thought it was just a regular match.
Nope, it's for the world title.
Oh well, never mind.
Hey,
that's why I said I think it's okay if we break up these world titles.
Yeah, Damone, I was gonna ask, can we do a brand split where we have 2 world title matches like they would today?
Yeah,
you have to do heavyweight championship and
2 world title matches. Let's just say, Mike, let's just do 2 general world title matches. We can assign belts.
Fine, I feel like that's cool.
Because we can't get all the big gold catalogs for WCW.
That's fine. That's fine.
So 2 world title matches.
And then we can do the WCW title, have the Rock versus Booker T.
WCW. We could. So if we add we could just add Hulk Hogan versus DDP with Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman.
I want to look at what's the best Bash at the Beach.
That was Bash of the Beach 1998, which was a better pay-per-view than SummerSlam 1998.
I don't think so.
No,
everything I
you
saw.
You want me to read down that fucking card? Hold on, I'm gonna read down that card.
Everything I saw that
Hold on.
was one of the worst.
Inside with Mike now.
No, that was a good Bash of the Beach.
I
enjoyed it.
Card. I'm checking out
this. When you say it's a good Bash at the Beach, that doesn't.
All right, hold on. Bash of the Beach 1998. Here it is. All right, so it's Villaino 4 and Villaino 5 versus Damien and Cyclops.
Ooh.
Raven versus Saturn, Juventud versus Kidman, which was a fire fucking match. Stevie Ray versus Chavo Chavo, then Eddie versus Chavo. Conan,
they got Chavo wrestling.
Conan versus Disco Inferno.
No, you lost it when you said Disco
the Giant.
Inferno.
The Giant versus Kevin Green. Rey Mysterio versus Chris Jericho. Booker T versus Bret Hart. Goldberg versus Mr.
Kevin
Perfect.
Green? Who was Kevin Green?
He was a football player.
I know he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's a football player.
Everything
Green Bay.
I looked at multiple, like, if you go,
and then it was Hogan.
If you look at the reviews, it said literally there's like 2 matches. Everything else is boring.
No, then it was Hogan. Then it was I can already tell you in the fucking beginning, Raven and Saturn was fire. Juventud and Kidman was fire.
I don't buy
the
Raven
Eddie,
and Saturn being fire.
Stevie Ray, Chavo, Eddie thing that was fire. Conan versus Disco Inferno, take it or leave it. But Booker T, Bret Hart, Goldberg versus Mr. Perfect. I mean, it's a Goldberg match, but it was hype for the time. Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus DDP and Karl Malone.
Nasty work.
The problem with that is that was 23 minutes and everything else was
it's
under
nasty.
10.
Why is Dennis Rodman wrestling for 23 minutes?
Well, Dennis didn't do it for 23 minutes. It was mostly just DDP getting blown up.
It's nasty.
Because Hogan couldn't do shit. But that's not the point. Up and down, that's a better card.
The point.
So
that's a better card.
14. So Kevin Pentaga of 411 Mania gave the event a rating of 2.5. Another WCW show where
for the time in retrospect, we know which one's better.
The main event is abysmal and the world title match is poor.
Oh yeah, the world title. We're not there for the world title match. Come on,
that's crazy.
We're not there for the world.
Sean Paul's recommending this abomination of a match. Is this the one?
It was the world
shoot punches them the whole time.
Yes,
the world title match wasn't even the main event.
I was gonna say it wasn't the main. It wasn't the main event. And they did the Goldberg turn or win.
Honestly,
before on Nitro.
Right. But so take out the last 2 matches. It's a fire pay-per-view. Take out the main events.
Take out the main events, and it's good.
And the world title, and it's a fire pay-per-view.
You also lose like 35 minutes of the pay-per-view, but
no. You just make the other ones longer because they should be.
Okay, but then you're just fantasy booking it.
Right. I understand that.
Just create a whole new pay-per-view.
But that's this. I don't know if you know this, but that's this podcast. This is
yeah. But
booking.
you're like trying to say it's better than something.
I do still think it's better. I still think it's better than SummerSlam '98. I will stick by that.
I need whoever's typing to put an unsanctioned match, Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, write that shit down so we don't keep trying to add those people in here.
Unsanctioned match, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Sorry, we were talking about WCW for 25
I'm talking about WCW.
Why is weak-ass WCW getting so much time?
Because this is 19. Because I was talking about '98, and that's when WCW was still good.
Work.
I did look up and see the greatest match in Bash at the Beach history. And apparently it's Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Psychosis, which makes sense.
That makes sense.
Makes total sense.
Okay, as long as we got that on there. Now I feel good.
All right.
Can we should add one Bash at the Beach.
We are not.
One Bash at the Beach match.
Only if it's the Hogan and Karl Malone match.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, John, hear me out. I know you don't like this because of who's in it. But the Fatal 4-Way match with Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns.
You got
that match was fire.
Wasn't that at Great Balls of Fire?
No, that's a
SummerSlam. That match was fire.
You know what?
You're thinking of like I think it's the 6 man.
Was that for the world title?
Yep.
I don't want to spend a world title match. If that wasn't for the title,
it was good. I feel like that should be that should be like the.
We've got way better options for the world title match.
Well, it also burns Brock and Roman.
Well, I do want to burn Brock.
What else they have?
I don't want him in the world title.
Well, Brock versus Roman, last man standing, where they flip the ring.
That one's okay.
SummerSlam?
I don't want to burn.
That was SummerSlam, yeah.
Wait, Brock versus Taker wasn't for the world title. I'd burn him on that.
I don't want Taker to do that. He deserves better.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Not really. Not really at SummerSlam. To be honest, he doesn't have a lot of bangers at SummerSlam.
He doesn't. That's why I was fighting for that Boiler Room Brawl.
He's not called Mr. SummerSlam.
I want him to be in the Boiler Room Brawl.
We need a U.S. title match.
Is there one? It's that's Universal. Never mind. I was about to say Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, but that's
that
Universal.
was a banger. That's what I have in my world title list right there. I'd much rather have that.
U.S. title.
Yeah, U.S. title is.
I don't know if the U.S. title has any.
They ain't dropped no bangers
I
for the
don't
U.S.
see.
title.
I've been looking. I don't see one.
If we can't find a U.S. title match, I propose
we could
a
just
second IC title match for like
think if we
title.
We just take an IC title match and make it the US
I say we take one more world title match.
We have 2 world titles and 2.
I'd be fine with another
belts.
IC.
I would say
the
IC title's
WCW
good.
Championship, The Rock versus Booker T.
I was with you on that. I was with you on that.
I'm down with that.
We could do that.
One, yeah.
The Rock versus Booker T. Put that down.
WCW.
Wait, for one of our 2 world title matches?
The Rock versus Booker T for the WCW title.
No, it doesn't count as one of our 2 world title matches.
No, it doesn't.
No,
This is a mid-card title here.
It's the other
we're counting that as
mid-card.
our other mid-card title. Okay.
WWE did.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's why I'm cool with it. We got to put these in order here in a little bit.
I actually kind of want to watch that match. That sounds fun.
So are we okay with... I feel like I know you guys are Bret haters.
I'm not.
I am. Fuck Bret Hart. You did it to me.
But
You
Bret versus Owen, I feel in the steel cage.
No, that's fine.
The only thing is for the world title.
That's the world title, though.
Oh, we keep doing that. This is like the third time we came back around to this.
That's the world title.
If only we were able to record our voices and remember what we said.
Right?
Listen, I'm cool with that being in there. It's a good
I don't
match.
think it should be for a title.
I don't know if for the world title though, if I want that to be the match.
I mean, we're doing 2. Are we doing 2 world titles?
Yeah, we're doing 2 world
then that's
titles.
fine. Then do Bret and Owen.
Is there a different match for the world title we want to put in?
I'm sure there is.
Well, I'm
still fighting for the Fatal 4-Way match. I think that was a fire match.
I agree. Really bad. Like, I'm trying to get like, there's a bunch of Jeff Hardy ones, or like there's a bunch of
Jeff
IC
Hardy's already
ones.
in there.
Jeff's already in there.
I know. I'm saying I'm struggling with that. Like on my list is
so
like
we can't do
the TLC match.
I'm not saying
that is one of the best matches of all time. We're not gonna take that off.
I'm not saying to do that.
He's saying that he feels like
that Fatal 4-Way match in there.
He's saying that we burned all those guys down. So
we were gonna burn them anyways.
Like half his list went away.
Also, we're burning the belts, and I didn't predict that because I have a bunch of mid-card title matches on here.
Well,
like the Jericho
become a fortune
Christian
teller.
And,
I don't know what to tell you.
Fucking
do it.
Okay, so the women need some representation. So
we got Trish versus Charlotte.
I was gonna say Trish versus Charlotte, or
I'd rather go Charlotte versus Sasha.
I was gonna say was that at SummerSlam?
Yes.
I was gonna say Bianca versus Becky.
The one where she
no, that was disrespectful.
No, not that one. The other one,
year?
the second one, the following year.
Okay.
Not the one where she won in 2 seconds.
I was gonna say Bianca has never won at SummerSlam, by the way, which is crazy.
If I told you that Virgil versus Ted DiBiase was on this top 50 list, where do you think it would land?
50.
You would think so, right? Not above The Rock versus Kurt Angle versus Triple H. Or
I've never seen it, so maybe it's a sleeper.
It is. It's not.
I don't trust any Virgil match.
It's number 34 on the Bleacher Report list.
I did watch because I didn't remember. I did watch Alundra Blaze versus what's not? I can want to say Aja Kong, but I know it's not Aja Kong. It's
Oh, you're talking about? I know you're talking about.
I'm drawing a blank. I can picture her face in my head.
The crazy girl.
Hey, I gotta hate on a comment real quick. Sean saying the Brock's Mr. SummerSlam. He's ass. Shut up. Their matches are terrible.
Listen, we gotta get him, man. He's
up
there.
Nakano.
I can't even hate
Bret
Bret as much as I hate Brock.
So here's the thing with the John Cena Brock match. At the time, it was fire, and it was like, oh shit, this is crazy. But in hindsight, it started, in my opinion, it's what started Suplex City, and then when Suplex City hit, Brock went.
It didn't start Suplex City.
Yeah,
Suplex City started at Mania.
No, when he suplexed John Cena at like 50 times in that match, when he pretty much squashed John Cena out of nowhere. That
when
was
Vince
when
McMahon showed who he truly
Suplex
gave a
City,
shit
when
about
he-
this whole time. Yeah, I only propped John Cena up because we couldn't get Brock to stay. That's what he said with that match. Fuck him.
Or we do the Fatal 4-Way match.
I'm good with the Fatal 4-Way match.
The Fatal 4-Way match was a good match.
I have. This is unrelated. This is back to the mid-card conundrum.
Put that match in there.
I'd rather do Brett versus Owen than that.
You're trying to change the subject. Put that Fatal 4-Way match in there.
I'd put a vote for Brett versus Owen for the world title before I do that.
I'm going with the Fatal 4-Way.
Fuck.
I agree with the Fatal 4-Way.
It was a good match.
It's a good match.
You really got Brock in the fucking main event. Oh my god.
He doesn't have to be the main event. It could be the co-main event.
Right, we're not even there yet. There's supposed to be 10 matches. We got 5.
Well, I was about to increase our match total with a mid-card proposition, but we're so busy sucking off Brock.
We're not. It was a good match. He just don't want to hate so bad.
He heard the word Brock and he's like, they must be sucking him off.
No.
You don't deserve world title matches. Like, ever.
He was in it.
He doesn't have to win. Does he win? I don't remember.
Probably.
Sure
I thought Roman won that.
If we were booking it, he wouldn't win.
If I were booking it, Samoa Joe would have won.
Who's the fourth person?
Braun.
Braun.
This was when Braun was like good.
When he was
this
this
is. I'm not finished with you yet.
Braun. I have a proposition for the mid card that can help clear this up.
Hey, Brock won this. I just looked at Brock.
Of course he did.
He pinned Roman.
Hear me out. I think if we did the mid card like this, if we did RVD Crispin, Jericho Ziggler, and then we did sorry, I had a third one here. Ray versus Kurt Angle, we get 3 better matches out of 1. And only one of them I think is for the IC title.
Wait, I'm confused.
So we have Ray versus Ziggler. I'm saying instead of that, we can do RVD versus Chris Benoit for the IC title. And then in 2 non-title matches, we are left with, we can do Jericho Ziggler, which is not for a title. And then we could do Ray versus Kurt Angle, which is not for a title. And it gives us 3 mid-card matches instead of 1.
Was this your
I'm not mad at that.
I'm saying we need matches, and that helps us with that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I don't really remember Ray versus Dolph for the IC title.
It is a banger, but
it's one of those matches that's like, oh, that happened? I don't remember.
No, that was like Dolph Ziggler's coming out party match where people realized he actually might be good.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You know why I remember it? Because I remember being annoyed with doing the Rey Mysterio, not my career, the whatever the 2K thing is. I'm like, why the fuck did Ray get one of these?
John, you can write Chris Benoit, right? You can write his name.
But this is funny.
Not being censored.
With Chris Benoit.
Did he say Kurt Angle versus Yuji? We're not doing Kurt Angle versus
Hey, Sean, are you on crack today, buddy?
That is a wild.
John Cena gets thrown by Brock 30 times. Then fucking Yuji.
He really is one suggestion away from Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus DDP and Karl Malone.
Yeah,
we're one suggestion away.
Kurt Angle versus Eugene is wild to put on a card.
Atop anything is crazy.
Now we've got a better card because of that. So we got TLC 1, RVD versus Crispin, Kurt versus Ray, Ziggler versus Jericho, H versus Michaels unsanctioned, Rock versus Booker T, and that fatal 4-way where Samoa Joe carried 3 bumps.
All right, we need a women's match.
Yeah, I was saying either because we said either Sasha and Charlotte or Charlotte and Trish. I'm going Sasha and Charlotte.
I'll go Sasha, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I also threw out Bianca versus Becky. Not the first.
Sean confirmed he's just trolling at this point. He's not on any crack. That's good to know. Well done, my son. I'm proud of you.
It's just the cocaine. It's just straight cocaine. Just freebasing.
He's on them perk angle perks.
But I'm good with Charlotte versus Becky or Sasha. Back when we thought Charlotte was the GOAT.
Charlotte was at the time, and now
she's like 4th.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
She's the GOAT.
She's not.
When
she dropped.
Once I stopped being on the Charlotte train, you knew it was over.
It's honestly, I got Bayley. I got Bayley.
I love how Mike's like, when I decided to stop liking her, she stopped being good.
Yeah, because I was in Mike
the train.
She's still
got crazy. Sasha, so I got Bianca, or not Bianca. Bayley is Bayley at 1, Becky at 2, Bianca at 3, and then Bayley, Charlotte.
I got Bayley at 3. I got Charlotte. Then I got Charlotte. Then I got Bayley. Then I got Becky. Then Sasha.
Sasha's not in my top 5.
I don't.
She's not at all.
Not in order specifically, but Becky, Britt Baker, DMD.
You're Britt Baker that high?
Yeah, for me.
Oh, I thought we were just talking the 4 horsemen.
I was saying all time.
I was talking women in general.
Oh, if we're going all time, then mine goes Charlotte, Bianca, Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, I forgot about Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea's
actually
Rhea's
I had dropped Charlotte from 3 to 4. Rhea's at 3.
Becky, Rhea,
or 4, or no, Charlotte becomes 5 actually.
Becky, Rhea.
Because Charlotte's not better than Rhea.
Charlotte is better than Rhea.
No, she's not.
I think she's better than Rhea.
She's not a better promo. Rhea's just as good in ring. Rhea's a way better character.
I guess Charlotte would be 4 for me then. But Britt Baker would be higher than Charlotte on this list.
Britt Baker needs a few more bangers to pass Charlotte.
Fucking Liv Morgan is higher than Charlotte for me. So
get
Charlotte's
the
5.
fuck out of here.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, Mike's on crack.
Like I'll let y'all say other stuff. Like, hey, I can get away with that, but that's disrespectful.
I'm here for it. I don't give a shit.
She's not even the best now. Like, that's disrespectful.
I don't care. Don't care.
She's not even I was going to say chasing after Dominic Mysterio.
I was going to say she's not even the best woman in her own rivalry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy.
I don't care. I don't care.
Crazy.
You can say whatever you want. Don't give a fuck.
I don't hate Sean's ranking here. Sasha, Rhea, Becky, Charlotte, Io. I don't hate that.
I don't have Io that high, but
Io,
I would say
I get it though.
Io is the GOAT of War Games though.
Yeah, and like she's kind of got like the Jeff Hardy of women vibe, where she does like the stunts and stuff, which for a fan like me, that's valuable. So I don't hate that take at all.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Well, Big Show versus Sabu for the ECW title.
Yuck. That's just not going on this card
at all.
Hey, Sabu versus Rey Mysterio one night stand was fire, but that's not eligible.
No, it's got.
We're not disrespecting Sabu.
Did we put Cena versus AJ?
No, we haven't.
That's our other world
title. That's a world title. I feel like that's the other world title match. That match is fire, and that whole feud is fire. You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to beat up John. I'm still mad Mike said Liv Morgan was top 5.
We need one more match. Let me see if I have any non-title matches in my list still. Rollins Balor's a world title match. We left that off. But I don't think I have any more non-title matches in my list. We need a non-title match.
I mean, you got Undertaker versus Mick Foley in the Boiler Room, bro.
We could do a second women's title if we want to go modern standards. If you want to add another women's match, but
which one?
I don't have a suggestion. I'm just saying that we could do that by like current title rules.
I mean, because the GOAT female is already in both of them. That's in this list.
Yeah.
Bull Nakano versus Alundra Blaze.
Is that SummerSlam?
Sure, want to spend our last spot on that?
That was SummerSlam. Hey, we're not going to disrespect Bull Nakano.
No, I'm not saying it's bad, but I think there's better options on the board.
Yeah. I seen Tess versus Shane McMahon in the lover or leaver match.
All right, I need a.
It's for pretty much for custody of Stephanie. Vince really did love that just for custody of people.
Bro, crazy, crazy.
That and incest. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that man.
He loved pushing that. They was like, nah, Vince. Oh, okay, I'll get you next time. Like, stop.
No. Like him, Paul Burchill and Katie Lee Burchill, they're not actually related, but he made them have that, like, force them to do that story. And it's like, no, we don't like this.
I'm so glad that he is no longer.
It's like, bro, make him a pirate again. I like that.
I think wrestling could start healing.
He's going after the wrong booty. Like, go back to the other one. I don't like this.
Okay. I'm gonna make a proposal. It's gonna sound like typical of me as a Brock hater, but hear me out.
I do.
I think if we did Undertaker Brock in a non-title match, we could free up Rollins versus Balor for the other world title match.
Nah, we need to put Undertaker in that damn boiler room brawl.
Oh, damn! We can't use Jeff Hardy or RVD again, but that was for the hardcore title, so we could have done that. We got Ed.
Hardy's already put on a match of a lifetime.
I know.
We do Randy. Well, we don't have Randy Orton on this card. We do Orton versus Christian.
But that's a world title.
That's for a world title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these are world title matches.
Maybe the main event scene wasn't as bad as we thought.
Do we already have Rollins?
Yeah, right. Do we?
No, we don't.
Scroll up.
Sorry, 1 second. I don't think we have Rollins.
No, we don't. We don't have him.
We could do Rollins versus Edge in 2021. I don't remember if that was that good or not, but it's on the list.
Yeah.
I think that's for a title.
No, it wasn't.
Is it not? Okay.
I'm gonna look at some others just to make sure we don't have a better.
Wait. No, we can't use Edge. It's in the TLC.
Oh, you're right.
Damn.
You're right.
It sounds like it's about being that damn boiler room, bro.
Or why don't we do Seth versus Dolph? Isn't that the match won anyway?
That's for the IC title.
Fuck. We shouldn't have limited ourselves to the titles.
Well, then we'd have an entire just IC title card. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
Maybe the mid card should
hear me out.
Or
hear me out.
No.
You know
what? Trying so hard to avoid that, Kenny.
Undertaker is chilling in that boiler room brawl, waiting to come out, man. Tag him
just
in.
Fucking put the boiler brawl on there. Shut up.
I'm looking for other options.
I'm voting yes on the boiler brawl.
Come on, we gotta keep fighting. Stay strong, soldier.
Y'all keep pushing this world title, U.S. title match. Let my man go in the boiler room brawl.
We've got to do better.
Let him brawl out at the boiler room brawl.
I feel like that match is not good.
Brawl out.
Has there ever been a good boiler room brawl match?
Punk, no
There's
DQ,
been one, and that's been him as Mankind.
Hold up. If we just did Brock versus Punk, no DQ, not for a title, we could do Rollins versus Balor. Like, we have a better world title match. Nah. But we're going to be stuck with the boiler room brawl.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm at the
Wait, did we do Owen versus Brett?
No, we did
not.
Well, I'm saying if we put Brock versus Punk in the no DQ match, which wasn't for a belt, we could free up another world title match for Owen versus Brett, Balor versus Rollins, Kurt Angle versus Triple H versus Stone Cold. There's so many better world title matches than the four-way if we just free up that world title.
I don't agree.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
I do not.
Okay,
I'm okay
so
with
Mike,
it.
we need you to. Are we tied or like? Do you agree with replacing the four-way with Brock versus Punk no DQ so that we can get another world title match? Because you would be the majority vote on this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Brock versus Punk no DQ.
I need
freeing
Kenny
up the
to
world
watch.
title.
Kenny, have you ever actually watched that boiler room brawl match?
No, I have not. But we'll fight for it.
Kenny ain't even seen
after all that. I've never seen it. Well,
I feel like Kenny would watch it and be like, "This shit is ass."
I'm gonna watch tonight. I'm like, "This shit's trash."
Yeah, that shit's gonna be like a 0.5.
Oh yeah, it's not good.
Wait. Sean's saying that Cena versus Styles wasn't for the world title, was it not?
I think it was.
Now put that damn Fatal 4 match back on there.
Would have been
a
U.S. title? Is that when beat up John Cena was?
I swear it was the WWE title.
I'm pretty sure it was beat up John Cena.
Yeah, that was when AJ.
I remember.
Right?
Apparently, it's not for the world title. He's right.
Well, we freed up a title.
Mm-hmm.
So put that Fatal 4-way back match on there.
Okay, I'll give you your fucking.
You know, I feel passionate about it because I'm kicking my boy CM Punk out. That's how you know I saw passionate I am about this.
All right, think this match is okay for a Brock match, but
which one?
The 4-way.
The 4-way match was fire. I just watched the match recently. That match was fire.
Here's the thing, Brock's one of those guys where when he tries, he can have good matches.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Randy Orton, Charlotte Flair, they're all like that.
I don't feel like Brock can't have very many good matches. I got like on two hands the number of good matches.
The issue is he doesn't try most of the time.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have one more world title match. I'm proposing, is Balor Rollins worthy of that, or do we need a different one? We could
I'm still going Brett. I'm still going Brett and oh boy.
We could do Brett and Owen. We could also do the triple threat with Kurt Angle, Triple H, and
you can't do Triple H.
Yeah, you can't do Triple H.
Oh yeah, we can't do Triple H. So it's basically between Rollins, Balor, or Owen, Brett. I'm voting Rollins, Balor.
I'm going Brett versus Owen Hart in the steel cage.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you can sell that if you wanted to. You can sell that as the main event.
You could.
Brother versus brother, steel cage.
We got to see where the other two vote.
I'm going
Mike, break the tie.
Seth Balor.
I can't do it. I can't vote.
Well, are you going to tie it or let me and Mike win?
Seth Balor was fire up until
Balor. No, you know what? I'm going to go make it a tie, then we got to flip the coin.
Or Sean can save us in the comments.
Or Sean, yeah. Sean, you can have the final vote. Is it Seth versus...
You know he's on a delay,
Finn?
Right? We're going to have to sit here and kill time until he gets caught up.
We'll bring up WCW again and you'll kill enough time.
WCW.
We really put a WCW match on here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Which
well,
one?
actually, to be fair, it was the only WCW part of that is Booker T.
Yeah, but it's not a WCW match. I mean, it's for the title. But
it's for their title.
They didn't care about that match for real.
Okay, I've got a coin flip ready, so if Sean doesn't tell us by the end of this coin flip, Kenny, do you want heads or tails? So, and for Sean, it is comment, Rollins versus Balor for the world title or Brett versus Owen steel cage.
I'm going to go tails. Tails never fails.
Okay.
I want to see that coin, too.
Coin queued up.
You want to see the coin?
See what the tiebreaker is.
Just casually covering his thing up. Nah, get that mess off the screen.
Brett versus Owen wins, even though the coin toss was heads. So I would have won. But I'll give it to Brett. The
fans have decided. Brett versus Owen. Travis was here. He would have said, fuck both Brett and Owen.
Oh, no. I respect Owen. Fuck Brett.
He doesn't like Owen either.
That's wild. Owen was the better everything between the two. I
agree.
All right. So our final card for the Ultimate SummerSlam, best ever, will be TLC 1, the Hardys versus Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys for the tag team titles. For the Intercontinental title, we'll have RVD versus Chris Benoit. We'll have Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio, where Kurt Angle likes to play with boys. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Chris Jericho. We got Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in their bloody unsanctioned match. For the WCW title, subbing in for the US title, we have The Rock versus Booker T. For the World Heavyweight Championship, we have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman. For the Women's Championship, we have Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. We have AJ Styles versus John Cena. And then in our main event, we have Bret Hart versus Owen Hart for the WWE title in a steel cage match. So that
WCW.
WCW World title. And then we have, Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus Karl Malone and DDP.
Hell yeah.
For the ultimate main event.
As a pre-show match?
As in an exploding barbed wire match.
And it's in the corners. They're showing,
there's a basketball hoop. There's a basketball hoop in each corner.
Almost they're doing the interviews talking about how they're going, how
they didn't do that.
How the going to be, and he's in the corner, just real small.
This match actually happened. None of that.
I'm surprised Vince Russo didn't think of that, of putting a basketball hoop in each corner, and each time you slam your basketball and you get a point.
I remember it'd be like a big game of slam ball.
I was gonna say if you ever seen CZW, old boy dunked it, and then came down with the Hurricane Rana on Evan Bourne or Matt Sydal.
That's
no,
hard.
I never seen that.
Who did that?
Human Tornado. I think it was a CZW.
Hey,
yeah,
come
into
the Book of Verse 6, the first ever basketball match.
Nah, it's not the first one. I'll tell you, it's not the first.
the slam ball match gonna go crazy, like where it's just trampoline spots. And you can do the ring that. I don't know if y'all ever watched the Hardy Boys DVD from 2008, but their first like promotion Omega, they had like a mostly hard ring with like a strip of trampoline in the middle. I think that's what we need in wrestling.
Just a trampoline in the middle.
Just a little strip of trampoline for some extra flips. Just imagine what AEW could do with that.
That'd be ridiculous.
Imagine Will Ospreay with like a good like 5x5 section of trampoline in the middle of the ring.
He doesn't really need it.
The gimmicks are
just imagine.
like gimmicks like that are what tanked your first Book It verse.
Mike, I beat your ass at Book It verse 1.
I'm talking about this one, dummy. The one you had to restart.
He's saying
that was not the fucking. That was not trampolines that did that. That was like
I said gimmicks in general.
It was like
masturbation.
It was gimmicks like that.
That's crazy.
That's nowhere near the same. Like Will Ospreay doing hidden blades on the trampoline.
Hey, as long as it's only a 7-sided
I've been rating him very well. I think I'm allowed to have.
No, you said he was a bottom 2 booker. No, he's a bottom 2 promo, and now you're saying stuff like that's what tanked your booking.
Oh man, we got a challenge.
Hold. Did you see that? There it is. Oh, did somebody press it? There it is.
So Sean is challenging us to book.
Look, man, for Book It verse 6.
I love you. You're great. I love everything you bring to the comments, but no, not a chance.
Hey, he's talking. Hey, I like it. I like it.
If
you think you can beat us, come on to the show. Come on,
we tried that once, and
if you think you can do what we can do, get on the show. That's all we gotta say.
Yeah,
you write it, and then
like.
You write it and then I'll steal it.
Somebody
write it and we will book it.
Somebody give him that roster that we had drafted with that one person that I don't think ever got released. Maybe it did.
Hey, we could do a throwaway. We could do a throwaway Book It verse just for you.
He could write one. Come on and.
Yeah, we can do a one-off if you want.
Yeah, but
we just got to give him a roster. Give him the Mike special where he doesn't get to.
I said let him draft his roster. I said let him draft his roster.
We'd have to draft against him, otherwise he's just picking the top talent. That's why I'm saying give him one that we haven't used.
I'm doing Book It verse 4, and I'm still losing.
Give him Keith's roster that he didn't.
Just give him John's roster.
Hey, no, we can just take a bunch of people, throw it in the thing, and then we just randomize it, and then go back and forth. That's your roster.
Oh, like we did when we did the mini one, like me, or we could do like when we did me and John when we got meets, where it's like only two people. You do like a mini verse.
Yeah,
the mini Book It verse.
Sean, I know you think you could be balanced, but we've done Book It verse. This is our fourth one, 5th drafting. It's not. You can't. It doesn't work that way.
So who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Sean versus who?
Well, I think we should just rate his and go from there. Unless somebody wants to step up, I don't have time to write another Book It verse. We'll figure that off.
Kenny does. He's on Book It verse 12 right now.
Yeah, but you've got enough stories, Kenny.
I'm about to say I can do it now.
I don't trust John to do it.
Wow. Hey, that's strike 3. That's strike 3.
Yeah, John. If you want,
I'm gonna have to go on a session with D&T Therapy Services after the show.
That's the 3rd time, Mike. Call this man a bottom Book It verse.
I don't even remember calling him a bottom Book It verse.
A bottom Book It verse. That's what you call it.
I don't even remember that.
I'm trying to get that going now. Bottom Book It verse.
Bottom Book It verse, bitch.
Top 5
draws.
I wouldn't take that if I were you, John.
I'm a top 7 Book It verser, okay?
Book It verser is hilarious.
5 of us.
Beneath Keith and Sean, who ain't even written one yet.
And Joe hasn't even written one, so you're saying you're better than Joe.
I'll probably be better than Joe.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. We see who's the worst Book It verser.
Joe does not think he's going to do well. I don't think.
Nor do the rest.
I believe in Joe Hendry, so
I don't believe.
Yeah, but not believe in Judge
Barnes.
Joe. I don't believe in him at all. Well, let's talk about where you can find us when we're not bullshitting around. So, Hi-Fi Mike, can they find you anywhere yet?
You can't find me anywhere.
King of hide and seek.
No, I'm just not on. I don't do Twitter anymore. My Instagram is personal, and that's it, right? I don't know any other social media.
You can't find Hi-Fi Mike, but you can find D Money. Where at?
You can find me everywhere at Dumb Money T13. So DAMONEY T13. Fuck Elon Musk.
Hey,
I'm still on
Elon
Twitter,
Musk.
but fuck Elon Musk. I'm not paying that motherfucker a dime.
He's not
Fuck
getting my
him.
revenue.
That's free.
I've been saying it for almost a decade. Fuck Elon Musk. And people called me crazy. They said I was a hater, and I was proven right.
Hey, Damone's judge of character is crazy.
No, fuck Elon Musk.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
truly
caught that
became
before
a
the rest
villain.
of us did. Like, bro was on like Big Bang Theory, and Damone's like, I could just feel that guy's gonna be a fucking dickhead. Like,
I think if the Amazon, I forgot the Amazon guy,
Jeff
if he
Bezos.
wasn't bald,
Jeff Bezos.
If Bezos wasn't bald, I think that Elon Musk would have gone bald for the Lex Luthor look, but he doesn't want to copy.
well, he
That's
got
crazy.
hair plugs to avoid going bald.
I pictured Jeff Bezos with hair, and that is insane.
You know, Elon Musk's hairline was like fucking up to here before he got hair plugs.
Jeff Bezos, the president and owner of TCW, TC Dub, TC Dub, TC
Fuck
Dub.
Bezos too. What the fuck? If
speaking
you're
of
gonna go
toxic-
hard on Musk, you gotta go hard on Bezos too.
Speaking of toxic, bad guy, where can they
I
find
like
you?
Amazon.
Yeah, I
can
mean, I
find me
use
on all
Amazon.
social
I don't
medias.
have a Tesla.
You can find me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. You can catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's, and you can also catch Unbiased. You see TK with a little U like this. For anything football, go check that out. And you can also catch Hood Movie Reviews, where we review all your favorite and not so favorite Hood movies. And you can also check out Geek in the Motherfucking Sheets, where we always talk about everything anime, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Talk about it all. We do all your all the things your nerdy little heart desires. And last but not least, you can also catch Not a Real Court, where we debate everything.
Like
fruit.
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 Every single week is fruit.
You know what I think he's gonna say is we talk about the serious, silly, and everything in between.
We do
every single time. I think that's what's gonna be said.
We talk about the fruit, the vegetables, and everything.
We talk about fruit and
the colors in the room. The colors in our room and shit.
Hey,
we argue about
debate a
anything.
vegetable this week.
I think we did.
I want to know who fucks with celery on there.
Hey,
I fuck with some celery with range.
I fuck with celery. As long as it's not with wings, it's not getting touched. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not getting touched if it's with wings.
No, I eat the celery after the wings so I can wash away the regret.
No, I do.
You regret eating wings?
I never had.
I don't understand.
Eat wings, by the way.
I ate wings tonight because it was National Chicken Wing Day.
Oh damn! I might have to go to Applebee's.
I think Applebee's did have a sale, but disgusting.
Applebee. He said that crazy.
When I think of wings, I think of Applebee's.
Oh, hi, George.
them honey
George
pepper wings.
is looking at you disappointed.
He's like, hey, you got them wings?
The waiter's like, I don't even eat this shit.
Chef Mike popped off on that shit, and not Hi-Fi Mike.
Chef Mike.
But that's been an episode of Book It. See ya.
Bye.